In the quiet town of Elmswood, Cal was known among his peers at Elmswood High School as a kind-hearted teen. Coming from a family that valued education and good manners, Cal had dreams that stretched far beyond the sleepy borders of his hometown. His classmate, Richard, was a different story. His home life was chaotic, often marred by the loud arguments of his parents, and it had begun to wear on him. He was frequently withdrawn and seemed perpetually in search of an escape. It was at the junction near the school where Richard, on his way home, would often bump into Kane, a rough-edged street youth whose life's lessons had been learned not in the classrooms, but in the harsh-seat streets of Elmswood. Kane, who was older and had long since fallen prey to addiction. One unfortunate afternoon, Kane convinced Richard to try smoking. The fleeting escape it provided from his tumultuous home life quickly ensnared Richard. Over time, Kane introduced him to stronger substances, and before long, Richard was hopelessly addicted. Despite Richard's numerous attempts to persuade Cal to join him, Cal had remained resolute in his refusal, spurred by the tumultuous quest for understanding that often plagues the teenage years. Cal accompanied Richard to meet Kane under the dim light of a flickering street lamp. Kane introduced them to his most potent escape, a liquid poured on a spoon. Pulled into the undertow of addiction, the trio's future darkened. School, once a place of promise for Kyle, became a series of missed classes and failed exams until eventually the two were expelled. The tragic spiral continued. Kane, ever the wanderer on the dangerous street, was killed one night in a grisly accident on the highway. Not long afterwards, Richard succumbed to his overdose. Kyle's reality shattered completely with Richard's passing. When he finally sought help, it was out of desperate bid to cling to any remnant of the future he once envisioned. It was during this time that doctors discovered the severe toll the substances had taken on his body. His kidneys were failing, and he was suffering from hepatitis. Dialysis became a regular part of his existence, a stark reminder of his choices. The streets of Elmswood, especially the junction Richard used to pass and where Kyle's life had taken a dire turn, became a place he avoided, not out of fear, but out of respect for the lessons he had learned the hardest way. Kyle carried on, each step forward a tribute to the possibilities that endure when one dares to reclaim their life from the death of despair.